Mic check 1 2 1 2. It's the Y2K collector, and I am exhausted. I just got back from the gym and I did 6 miles. I want to say about 3.5 of those miles running and 2.5 on the bike. So I am a little bit tired, but I had a few requests for me to make part 2 of the 10 PlayStation games or PlayStation 4 games that you can enjoy without needing to download any additional DLC. And I'm not gonna waste any time. We're gonna dive right into this list. So the first up we have here is going to be Mega Man 11. Now, Mega Man is one of my favorite series. I'm actually kind of partial to the Mega Man X series. I played a ton of Mega Man X growing up, but I did play the Mega Man series as well, more so on the Game Boy, though. I want to say I had every Mega Man 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on the Game Boy. A lot of those games were lost. I probably lent them to friends and never got them back. You know, stuff like that. The crazy things you do when you're a kid. But I really do like this Mega Man version because it does follow that whole like 2.5D style. It is still very much a side-scrolling action game, but they just add another dimension to the graphics with the colors and everything like that. And I'm just a good fan of Mega Man, and you don't need all the extras to enjoy this one on the PS4. So Mega Man 11, if you're a fan of the Mega Man series, you like run-and-gun style shooters, then you will enjoy the Mega Man 11 game. Next up we have here Pocky and Rocky Reshrined. So this is pretty much a modern take on an old classic that we once got, I think, on the Super Nintendo. If I'm wrong on that, let me know down in the comments, but I believe Pocky and Rocky, the original, came out on the Super Nintendo. This is a Taito classic, and this is pretty much a top-down adventure game, kind of like a top-down action adventure game. A lot of modes on this. You know, whenever it comes to these 2D remakes, the only real like online aspect of it is like, you know, speed runs, if you're able to get, you know, trophies or you get on top of a leaderboard. Sometimes they allow you to play with friends online. So this one, you know, is a game that I do like because I think I mentioned in another video, I am at the stage and age of life where I tend to play games by myself. If I do happen to run into a friend who's online and they want to give it a go, then I'm more than happy to do so. But here's another good one that you can enjoy. You don't need to be online to enjoy it and get the full experience. And if you don't want to pay the astronomical price that you got to pay to get this on the Super Nintendo, you can enjoy it on the PS4 for a fraction of the cost. Next up we have here, this is one that I think is pretty popular. We all know about this one, and that is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Cowabunga Collection. And this is a collection of a lot of our favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles games. You can even see some of them here. Can you guess which games these are from? All right, so if you had to ask me, I know this top label is from Hyperstone Heist, and I know this bottom label is from Turtles in Time. This label, maybe a Game Boy version? I'm not sure. And I can't tell what these top 2 labels are from. But if you want to know what it includes 13 classic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles games. You can definitely play this online. Again, when it comes to these older school, like these old games that they bring back on the PS4, a lot of the online functionality is really just for you to jump on a leaderboard. You know, they play, you know, you can do playing with friends online, a little co-op. They add like little artsy things and little features that don't necessarily add to the gameplay. If you're just looking to relive the gameplay experience of some of these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle classics, then I would say this is an easy pickup. And I think this has a ton of them. It has all the NES Ninja Turtle games, the Super NES games. It has the Game Boy games, and even some Ninja Turtles games that I don't even remember coming out. So if you're a fan of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series, this is one that you will want to check out on the PlayStation 4. Moving right along, we have Shantae, Half-Genie Hero. Now, I'm not super crazy about the Shantae series. Some people really love Shantae. They get like all the Shantae games. In my opinion, I think the best Shantae game is The Pirate's Curse. And I can't remember if that was a game that originally came out on the DS, 3DS, or Game Boy Advance. Like, I can't even remember at this point. But Half-Genie Hero is another game in the series. This one follows more of like a hand-drawn type of art style. This one reminds me more of like a Monster Boy style of art. But this is pretty much a side-scrolling action platformer. Very colorful, very bright, very cutesy. And most importantly, you don't need to jump online to enjoy this one. Shantae Half-Genie Hero was available. You were able to find this a ton at GameStop. Don't know if you're going to find this on the shelf anymore, but this is a good one. Check it out. We have another hand-drawn game here in Cuphead. Now, the interesting thing about this version of Cuphead is that it comes with all the DLC. So that's why you don't need to play it online, because it comes with all the DLC. But Cuphead is definitely a classic action platformer. I know this was one that was highly sought after because I think this was only available for like download only on like Xbox Live or something. So when it was rumored that they were going to come out with a physical version, everyone was all up on it. I do like the PlayStation 4 version. They give you a little extra in here. Like I said, it does come with the DLC. But this is one of those just like old school art style games. Massive boss battles, local and online co-op, and just a lot of cool levels to explore. So this is one that you will enjoy. I want to say I played this on the Switch, which is why my copy for the PS4 is still sealed. I actually even had the Cuphead controller for the Xbox, but I sold that last year. Here's one that I played a ton of. I had multiple copies of this game on the Switch and the PS4. I think I sold all my Switch copies. But I do have my PS4 copy, and that is Gal Guardians. This is another Castlevania clone, another Symphony of the Night clone. But you get to switch between one of two characters while you're playing the game. So the young lady in the red, she has the sword, which does more damage, but for whatever reason, her life meter, like her HP is lower than the girl with the projectile gun. No, her gun doesn't deal as much damage, but you can take enemies out from a distance. So that's always an advantage there. And she has longer life. She has better HP. I don't know if it's just how I was playing the game. And maybe it just, because I was using her more, her HP increased. But Gal Guardians is a fun game. I'm not gonna hate on it. This is actually a good one. I played this a bunch. Music is decent. I like the music. I like the graphics for sure. Great graphics. This is one that I would definitely check out. If you like the Symphony of the Night style games, definitely check out Gal Guardians. We have another classic on our hands here. Zombie Ate My Neighbors and Ghoul Patrol. More Super Nintendo classics. I think these were both released on both the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis. Am I wrong? Let me know down in the comments. But if you're a fan of these two classic SNES games, then pick it up on the PlayStation. 66 undeadly levels. Just top-down, action adventure games, classic, kind of like top-down run and gun shooters. I'm a fan of this. This is a limited run release. I don't think you're going to find this anymore at GameStop or even Best Buy. I picked my copy up from Best Buy. These were all over Best Buy for a while. Haven't seen games like this out in the wild for a minute. So if you want some of these, I would snag them now before they start getting delisted and they become rare. And then you know what happens when these games get delisted, man. It goes crazy. Everyone wants them. We got another classic on our hands here. We got a shoot 'em up. I love my shooters. G-Darius HD. Now, this one isn't super popular on the PlayStation 4. This is actually a pretty inexpensive game. I picked this up on Amazon for like 11 bucks. But that's because this G-Darius game is included in all of like the Darius collection. Now, there's like a ton of Darius collection games that are out for both the PlayStation 4, the Switch, all of it, right? So these games are like a dime a dozen, but if you wanted to just get G-Darius, you can get it on the PlayStation 4. You don't need to get online. No DLC needed. I actually had G-Darius for the PlayStation 1. I think that was the original platform or console for this game. But if you want that HD picture-perfect clarity, then go ahead and pick it up on the PlayStation 4. This is one that you can enjoy solo without being online. Just plug in your PS4, pop in the disc, and go. We got another collection for you. The Castlevania Collection. So how can I sleep on the Castlevania collection? I talked about, in the first video, I talked about Castlevania Requiem, which included Rondo of Blood as well as Dracula X, two of my favorite games in the series. But here you get all of the more common Castlevania games that you probably know about, including Castlevania, Simon's Quest, Super Castlevania 4, Castlevania 2, Belmont's Revenge, Bloodlines, which is another really popular one. That's an expensive one on the Sega. And then you get some ones that I never heard of, like Dracula's Curse, Kid Dracula, and the Castlevania Adventure. I think that one was for Game Boy. My favorite one on this is probably going to be Super Castlevania 4. I'm a huge fan of that game. Bloodlines is cool. I like it. It's cool. You know, Sega always took things to the next level, so you actually get to see blood in Bloodlines. You know, Sega was that more edgy console. That's why I like Sega, man. Bring back Sega. Let's get another Sega console, please. Sega, make a console. Come on. But anyway, Castlevania Collection, Anniversary Collection is a great one. Don't need to jump online for this. No DLC needed. All the fun is right here on the disc. Enjoy, folks. Enjoy. And last but not least, we have Cotton Fantasy. You know, these Cotton games were originally released, the most of them anywhere, were originally released on the Sega Saturn. And I do like the fact that they're bringing a lot of these rare, unheard of Sega Saturn shoot-'em-ups to modern consoles like the PlayStation 4 and the Nintendo Switch. In fact, I'm pretty sure that Batsugan is going to be coming out on the Switch soon. I think they already released it in like Asia, because I've seen like the Play Asia version. Batsugan is a great game. If you like shooters, pick that up. But if you like shooters, pick up Cotton Fantasy. This is a 2.5D take on a shoot-'em-up classic. And if you're into shoot-'em-ups, side-scrollers, or cute-'em-ups, you will thoroughly enjoy this. And again, no DLC needed. No need to jump online because you can enjoy it here on the PS4. And that does it. That does it for me. Sorry if I have low energy, but I got back from the gym. I haven't had a chance to eat dinner yet. As a matter of fact, dinner's cooking right now, and it's Taco Tuesday. I'm joking. It's Quesadilla Tuesday. We're gonna have chicken quesadillas tonight. But let me know what you think about this list. Did I leave any games out? A lot of these you can still find at GameStop or Best Buy, but a good chunk of them you cannot. If you are able to find these for cheap, let us know down in the comments. Share your findings with the community. Some folks might still be looking for these games, so if you got the drop on some of these, let us know. We're a community over here. It's the Y2K Collector. Hopefully you had a great day. Take it easy.